Alright guys, so right in here is dented up pretty good, right in here and right in here, right here. So I'm gonna start with this lower spot. Like I said again, guys, I'm always going for the lower spot, and I'm gonna start with this smaller dent. And I just want to get a stud on there. Get that somewhat up. Come through, find the lowest spot right here. Then I'm gonna pop this out. Hope I'm not blocking the camera. Look at that. That don't even want to come up because of this. So let me come in, put a spot weld right here. I say that's why sometimes I put 5-6 studs on there to get the panel heated up, but I want to just try to see if these will pull out. Let me, and then cause these are smaller. There we go. So just in those two lower spots, I still got a little low right here. So I'm gonna bend these out my way for now. I'm gonna come in and hit this spot right here. Just want to pick away at this, guys. Like I said, this might be a half-hour or so video. I'm just trying to show you. And most of this is being done in real time, very limited of editing. Alright, so that's about done right there. I'm going to have to pull the studs off and run my hands under it. But right here on this lip here, I'm gonna start right there. Now you want to wear glasses and stuff, guys, when you oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. I blew a hole right there, so now I'm gonna have to weld that up. But and the reason that happened is because this is on this edge, so I want to try to get that edge up, so I have to bite the bullet there. Let me come at this lower spot now, but I'm gonna have to just put a tack weld right on that hole there. Try to work this up. I don't like these studs that I just bought. Every one of them is, they're not straight. A lot of them are not straight, and I'm having to bend them out. I'm having to straighten them out to get them to go into my tool here. Alright, it's pulling up out of there. I just got to keep working this until I get this worked out. I might have to take a few of these out. To get up in there, you want to wear safety glasses, guys, because these things can spark. That's coming close. I just got to keep working this down and out. Grind these off. come in, see if it's another low spot. Well, I can see right there. I can tell I'm gonna have to come in right there. But I'm gonna grind all of these off and get this, you know, cause you can eyeball certain stuff. You can see certain deformities if you know what you're looking for. But the best way is to run your hand over it. So let me get these cut off, and I come in, and guys, you want to wear safety glasses. I'm telling you, I've had these things pop all the way across the, look at that, these things pop. Sometimes when I'm cleaning up, you find these things in the most unimaginable places. Alright guys, so I put a piece of tape across the back side here because I don't want that body filler to go past that line. So I'm going to come in with the wax and grease remover, and I'm going to put this on here. Pretty heavy, not too heavy, but because you know I've been wiping on this with my hand while I was doing those repairs. You can feel it's still rough all up through there. See how much dirt you know, dust grindings and everything you taking off of there. Alright guys, so I got the body filler on the pad there. Move that out the way. Then now I don't want this to get too hard on me too fast, so I got my blades over here. I'm using the bendable. I'm using the one that's somewhat flexible. Some of those blades are stiffer than others. It's according to what you're doing. But I want the more flexible one out of the set. So this is number 3 on the set. So, you know, that's preference, I guess. I mean, I'm quite sure they got, you know, I mean, it might be more videos out there than when I brought this tool that, you know, kind of explains, you know, which one you should be using. But I just know, I just go by what I feel and what I know. So I'm thinking that that one that's kind of flexible there is going to be the best one for me to be dealing with. So when I'm mixing this body filler, I want to make sure that this is totally mixed. So I always just use, you know, a big and a small small one here. So, but I want to try to work as many bubbles out of this as I can, guys. So, cause I'm gonna waste a little bit of this doing this, but that's okay. Sometimes I like to make sure I got some other pieces around, you know. Alright, so see, I'm trying to get the bubbles out of this, and then I'm gonna just lay it on the panel there, and I'm gonna let the blade do the rest. I'm gonna come in, you'll see how I'm doing it here. I'm getting the bubbles out of this. Alright, let me come on before this start hardening up on me. Alright, so I want to get the blade, and I want to look at that. I need a whole lot more body filler. Alright, so I don't need this on as deep as an angle as I have it, so I'm angling it up a little more now. And then I'm going to get that fine swoop that I'm looking for. Alright. See how that flattened out a little bit more there? So I'm going to angle this up so it's not angled as hard as it was. And now I'm going to get a nice smooth pass on here. Alright, so I'm going to sand this down. Then I'm going to come in with that blade one last time. Alright. So now you see they had mud now my mud is just centered right in the middle there. So I'm gonna just come in with some sandable primer spray on there, and then I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna come through, long block it, and then apply another coat of filler on there. Alright, so I'm gonna come in here and I used the sandpaper that got the sticky back to it. So with this, guys, I want to use a long block. I want to use a long block here, guys, and I'm going to X pattern here, guys. Alrighty. So I'm gonna come in here one more time with the blade. So I'm gonna try to flatten this out. Pretty much get some of the bubbles out of there. Then I'm gonna come through with the blade. Not gonna angle this down that far, but I just want to come through with this blade and try to work these areas. You have a little work time with this filler, but it's kind of a warm day out here, so I think it's 80 something degrees today. So I gotta work with this pretty quick here. There's a piece of dirt in there. Get that out. Alrighty. Come through one last time with the blade. Voila. Alrighty. Alright. So now I'm gonna just hit this with the hog, this big sander. I'm gonna just come by and rough this up. Alright, so I'm gonna come in here and put these two together. Got a little hanging over there, but alright, so guys, go to the next one. Alright, so my auntie stopped by. She was getting on me about not having my mask on, but I wasn't doing too much. But I made sure I put it on. I wear my mask, guys. You always want to wear a mask. I don't wear it when I'm doing simple things, but mask is always good. So alright, so I got this, I'm going to put one last slim coat on here. It's a skim coat. Then I'm going to hard block this again. Alright, so with the little DA, I'm going to just come in here. I'm going to clean all of this up, guys. Alright, so this white here, I'm coming over with this with the 320, sanding this down here, getting this prepared. I already put wax and grease remover to clean it up. Alright, so I already sprayed this down with wax and grease remover. Now I want to come in with the 108. And really all I need to do is spray where the bare metal is at. See, look at it. It's just treating. It's gonna treat that bare metal, guys. So I let this sit for about 30 seconds or so, then I come in, wipe it down. And whenever you use this treatment, you want to let it dry. I mean, you want to paint it before, at least within a half hour after you dry this all down. But in the areas where the primer is at, I got compressed air, so I normally blow that. So if it's any pinholes or anything, which it shouldn't be, because I flatten the body filler out as I'm spreading it to get all the bubbles out. But if it's any pinholes, you won't, or even if it's like rust pits, which is not on this particular panel, but if it's rust pits, you want to spray it down and get all the treatment out of those areas, so this thing will totally be dry before you start priming. Because if you have any pits and there's moistness up under there, that's going to cause it to bubble back, guys. So like I said, before this dry, now if it dry up, you probably want to spray it down again. But I normally only leave this stuff on here about 30 seconds or so. Then I come and dry it down. Now as I'm cleaning this, you're gonna notice that the color of the metal, that bare metal, it's gonna have a coating on it. So just come in and say you want to have this totally dry when you get done with it. And what it does, guys, is that it etches the primer so the paint will stick to that bare metal. Because if you got just primer to bare metal, it's a good chance that it's not going to etch and catch on there, guys. So. Alright, so after that metal treatment, I put epoxy primer on here. Now this is my first coat of high build primer. Now I'm trying out the high build primer for the first time. I normally use Slick Sand. It's made by the same company. Slick Sand costs more, and I know why. This stuff is much thicker, but it don't seem like it sprays out thicker to me, guys. It's kind of weird, it's thicker in the can, but to me it don't spray out as thick. So I'm trying this out. I will use all of it up. I mean, it works, but the Slick Sand is much better. So this is the first coat, guys. That panel was looking pretty flat, just looking at it, because when I spray, I can look down the panel and see if I see any informities. Like I said, I got a little rot in this area, which I've seen that before, so it's not bad, but I'm gonna just spray a little bit more high build right in that area before I spray the whole thing again. But it's gonna really flatten out really good, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna let this flash about 5-10 minutes, then I'm gonna come back in and spray one more coat on here, and then this panel should be ready, guys. All right.